Hello, this is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, having completely failed to use my sick leave to actually watch anime, despite the fact that I was stuck in bed for like 2 or 3 days with horrible muscle aches. Did not occur to me once to catch up on anything.
Well, you caught up on other things.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen. I edit this show. I get the news. I need not lower myself to actually watching anime outside of it. You all can do that. Anyway, how are y'all?
I'm Blackle, and I watched anime this last week. I watched Log Horizon with my girlfriend. She likes that anime, and kind of want to watch more anime. So on Wednesday we're gonna watch more, and we're also gonna watch Odd Taxi.
Nice.
Cool.
That's some fun picks.
I've been meaning to watch Odd Taxi.
Oh yeah, it's been on my list for centuries, I feel like, but you know how it goes. You only get so many, and oh yeah, so I'm Joey, and unfortunately I did watch another episode of Mysterious Girlfriend X this week, and I think that's the only thing I watched, which is very unfortunate. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get worse, but it definitely doesn't get better.
What made you want to watch another episode, and would you keep watching it based off of watching a second episode?
Well, I wanted to know, like, what kind of general energy that it was going to bring, because, like, you can get sort of an idea from one episode, but you never know if, like, episode 2 is the one where it's gonna, like, change something up.
Did they introduce another bodily fluid?
No, they, like, it gets...
you gave us the report, but I'm asking for the viewers.
Yes, it's approximately the same amount of weirdness, like... There was one scene where, like, she takes him to an abandoned building, and I was worried that it was going to be a genre shift, or, like, she was gonna, like, kill him or something. Like, I am serious. Like, while this scene is happening, she's, like, she makes him close his eyes, and then she, like, strips, and then she feeds him her spit. And, while this is happening, there is, like, they keep cutting away to, like, this beetle just getting dissected by ants. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is so scary. It was really scary, y'all. But it didn't change.
Excellent.
Like, the tone just kind of stayed the same, so I don't know. I probably won't watch more, but I just needed to know. So
fascinating. Hi there, I'm Louis. I didn't watch shit this week. I've been streaming playing Persona 4 in my free time, and I don't have time to watch anime anymore.
That's an anime.
Anime.
Yeah, it's anime enough.
You out there playing third option Yu Narukami?
I'm oh man, I had a joke lined up and I just lost it. Anyway, pretend I said something really funny.
That's the only way to play it is as the freak who eats people's science experiments and shit.
I'm trying to be a good boy this playthrough. Maybe if I do a New Game Plus, we'll do some freak shit.
Yeah.
You guys want some news?
Yeah, let's have some news.
We got good news, even though I had to go back like through like a whole fucking week of posts.
Oh boy, Godspeed.
For it, but I scrounged it up. So first, we got our first trailer for Dungeon Meshi.
Yes,
it looks great. This show looks great.
Excited. I would love to. I actually kind of want to read that.
The human guy is just like, unfortunately, we're going to have to eat monsters, and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna get to eat monsters. And the elf girl is freaked out by it, but the dwarf guy is just like, no, make Scorpion hot pot like this. It looks great.
Oh man, that's exciting.
So that show's gonna be great. I can already tell. I am hyped. let's see. Bandai has put out a FilmWorks. That's actually important edition. Has filed some trademarks for Mobile Suit Gundam Silver Phantom and Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. So, given that that's FilmWorks, that's probably either an anime or some movies.
Mm-hmm. I would bet that they're going to be doing some like specials or something.
So that's probably going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've been firing on most of their cylinders for Gundam lately.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, with the announcements around Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, we got word that there's going to be a spin-off manga about Doc Ock in a schoolgirl's body.
Oh boy.
Because they cannot stop putting this man into other people's bodies.
Oh boy.
And it never ends well.
I said this on Twitter 10 years ago and Dan Slott blocked me for it, but it was a gimmick then and it's a gimmick now.
Yeah, but it's what I'll put it this way is it's not like they're trying to disguise that it's a gimmick now.
That's true.
No, I just like bringing up the fact that the writer of Spider-Man blocked a 17-year-old on Twitter.
I mean, yeah.
Back in the day.
That's very funny.
Anyway, this is going to be in Shonen Jump.
All right.
On June 20th, if you're interested.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the news for now.
All right.
Wait. Does anyone have anything to watch? I get to ask that because someone has something.
It's because I was just going to dispense with the formalities and just.
I wanted to wear the hat for a second.
Okay, I'll let you wear the hat this time, sport.
Thanks.
Do you want to sit in the driver's seat?
My feet don't reach.
Is this how you use the gear changing mechanism?
Yeah, the stick shift.
The stick shift?
What?
Blackle?
Anyway, we're gonna watch Made in Abyss.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I saw Eye Patch Wolf put out a video about it, and I was just like, fuck it. Finally, an anime that acknowledges humanity's earnest desire to congregate around Big Hole.
I love.
As a species, we're instinctively attracted to Big Hole.
I love Hole.
I love this Minecraft story mode adaptation.
I was literally gonna say they wrote Minecraft adventures.
Don't bring up Minecraft story mode. It's so much worse than you imagine.
Oh,
Minecraft has a story mode now?
Oh no, it's just a game called Minecraft Story
It's
Mode.
it's just a terrible Telltale style game with Pat Oswald in it. But
Interesting.
Anyway, who wants this blurb?
Blackle.
No, fine.
Fine.
Blackle.
All right, here we go. The abyss, a gaping chasm. Gazing. Let me see that again. The abyss, a gaping chasm stretching down to the depths of the earth, filled with mysterious creatures and relics from a time long past. How did it come to be? What lies at the bottom? Countless brave individuals known as divers have sought to solve these mysteries of the abyss, fearlessly descending into its darkest realms. The best and bravest of the divers, the White Whistles, are hailed as legends by those who remain on the surface. Riko, daughter of the missing White Whistle, Lisa the Annihilator, aspires to become like her mother and explore the furthest reaches of the
Annihilate.
explore the furthest reaches of the abyss. However, just a novice Red Whistle herself, she's only permitted to roam its most upper layer. Even so, Riko has a chance encounter with a mysterious robot with the appearance of an ordinary young boy. She comes to name him Reg, and he has no recollection of the events preceding his discovery. Certain that the technology to create Reg must come from deep within the abyss, the two decide to venture forth into the chasm to recover his memories and see the bottom of the great pit with their own eyes. However, They know not of the harsh reality of the true existence of the abyss.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that.
You're welcome.
Does anybody remember the boy's name? Because I'm not seeing it on my anime list.
Nat or something like that.
Nat.
Yeah, it was Nat.
It was Nat.
It was Mr. Nat. So yeah, we open on a lot of sweeping shots of the scenery, which is the best part of this show.
There is so much good scenery
because
in this.
it's gorgeous.
It's so good to look at.
But we let them indulge in that for a little while before we actually open on some characters who have incredible squish face.
Yes. Imagine if the Squish Bean like style reminded me a little bit of the way they draw the characters in Girls Last Tour.
I was about to say the same thing. I fully agree.
They look like Girls Last Tour, but like they go on like Future Boy Conan adventures. That's how I would describe the style of this anime.
I was thinking like Digimon adjacent, but with all the sharp corners like sanded off.
Yeah, it's a little Digimon adjacent.
It's the opposite of Kaiji.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, really, truly.
It's been put through the opposite filter. But
soften.
Sliding scale of this and Kaiji. But we open on an aspiring cave diver named Rico and her friend Nat, who are heading down to their day's work at 100 meters into the big hole. Rico is looking to get the title of number one in Hall, and it's apparently going to be difficult because things at this depth have been so scavenged that it's unlikely you'll find anything good. So you're going to have to find a lot of stuff. And she extracts from Nat a promise to help haul up all the relics that she finds, and they both set to work. Apparently, what this job entails is basically wandering around at your depth, because the sides of the hole aren't like very steep, it seems, and breaking into caves and just finding like greebles and stuff to turn into the museum in fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they're like useless little artifacts is what they look like.
And like Jomon pottery and shit, and a human skeleton.
There was a skeleton there.
Hands clasped in prayer.
This is Bones.
And Rico is just like, oh, you surprised me. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I'm sorry for disturbing you. And Rico does find a lot of shit, like almost too much shit to carry.
She is overburdened.
She is over-encumbered and cannot run. Fast travel has been disabled.
Yeah.
But as she's struggling to bring this shit up, she's just like, where is Nat? Because I need him to pack mule for me. And as she comes around a corner, she sees just a huge monster, which really puts in puts this property's like themes in place immediately, which is beautiful scenery, squish face characters, huge fucking monster.
There are beasts within the hole.
Dire circumstances.
And this is apparently a red split jaw, and it's unusual for it to be this high up.
Yes.
And she notices that it's eating Nat's backpack.
It does eat his backpack immediately, and then it just she's like, "Oh God, it's going to eat him too."
It's going to eat him too. Oh my God!
No,
it ate his backpack, and now it's going to eat him.
Joke for no one.
Yeah, good old Troll 2 references. But
joke for
best
no
movie
one.
on the wet world.
Joke for everyone. I'm pretty sure most people know how horrible Troll 2 is. But but yeah, it goes to eat him. So she has to make a command decision and chooses to blow her whistle really loud, which I assume is what they're for. Really,
Yeah.
is this sort of situation, which draws the beast's attention to her. She does not really think this plan through.
She's like, "Oh God, I need to run right now."
So yeah, she chooses to leg it through the some of the extremely strange scenery, and eventually gets cornered because she runs into a little tunnel, and the end opens up just on nothing. It's just dead air out there, and she's backed up to the corner by the split jaw, and it looks pretty bad. And it does go for her, but is suddenly wounded by a explosion of light, and actually flings itself past her into the air and flies away because it's got like ray flaps on it. And she's just like, wow. And as she's walking back, she notices that like all the little petrified trees in here have big smoking holes in them where a beam passed through to damage that creature. And following them back to their source, she finds a boy collapsed with obviously like robotic hands. One of them smoking, so he's clearly the
source of the beam.
He's possibly the well. That's questionable, but I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, she's just like, wow, you must have saved me. Are you okay? Oh God, he's not breathing. I'm gonna have to give him mouth to mouth. Wait, what? Why does his face have this texture?
Oh God, he's made of silicone.
He's a robot. Oh God, not silicone. No, he is not 40 pounds of titties and ass. No.
I don't know what else he could be made of.
I think I would prefer to just think rubber,
made of
like
Teflon.
from a rubber tree. But
all right, cowards.
But yeah, she's like, oh, he must be a robot. That's wild. I'll take him back because she lost all of her stuff.
But the thing is, she doesn't want to turn him in. She just wants to like have a new robot friend.
Oh yeah, because she's like a child. She's just like, ooh, score, robot pal.
Cool. New robot friend. She cannot wake him up, but it's fine.
But yeah, she decides to carry him out. What follows is a pretty long scene of her hoofing this inactive robot up the side of the hole. Also, I said earlier, it's just like, wow, was this actually him that did it? Because the framing is very strange because a tree directly above where he is on fire.
Yeah, he does have the extendy arm.
Maybe.
It's hard to say what happened because, yeah, it is framed in a weird way that makes you think, oh, did something else actually do
did
this?
something else emit that beam?
Right, so it's hard to say. But
because the angle would be a little weird.
Yeah. For now, she is under the assumption that he did it. So.
But anyway, yeah, she re-encounters Nat, whose head wound was apparently just superficial. And without words, because we're basically playing our OP over this.
Yeah, this is where they do their opening credits.
They play it like a pretty nice song over it.
Very pretty music.
Convinces Nat to help her carry this metal boy up there, and it takes them a good long while. And eventually they run up against like a farmer on like a Studio Ghibli beast. Just like a creature.
Yes.
And he agrees to take them further. And they finally get back into town because the town on the edge of the pit is named Orth. Apparently, we learn later.
Orth.
And yeah, it's a town on the top of like a volcanic island with a like nearly mile wide hole in the middle of it.
It's a full. They describe it as being a full kilometer across, I believe.
Yeah, like 1,000 meters. Which must make commuting interesting.
You definitely don't
It
go
kinda
across
looks-
the hole.
I don't know, based on the number of like houses and stuff, it seems larger than a kilometer.
It does seem larger, but I don't.
That hole looked big.
That's a big hole.
A big hole.
Big hole.
We cannot emphasize
big
how
hole.
big this hole is.
Big hole.
So yeah, they continue on to their home, which is apparently the orphanage in Orth, and discover that the director is at the gate, like greeting young divers as they come home. And she's like, "Oh shit, the director's there. We can't sneak this idiot past them." And their other friend has showed up too, whose name I also can't remember.
His name is like Chippy or something like that. It's not Chippy, but
Jiggy.
it's something Jiggy. That's what it is.
Jiggy, like the collectibles from Banjo-Kazooie. We're gonna call him Jiggy, regardless. His name is Shiggy. Actually, I just realized it, but anyway, Jiggy joins them for a moment, and they're just like, "Hey, I know how we can get past." This is like, what? And he runs over to one of the verandas at this excellent building. Just a great anime building.
It's really good.
And yeah, on a little balcony, one of the younger kids is just like, "Oh, hey, welcome home, Shiggy," and he's like, "Shh," and he does a bunch of complicated hand gestures and like stretches out his face, and the others are just like, "Are you sure he's gonna understand all this shit?"
This is like a 3-year-old or something.
Yeah, this is an extreme squish face child.
Yes.
But the kid apparently gets it, or they've done it before, because he drops his book over the side and just freaks out and says, book!
My book! I need it!
My book! I dropped my book!
Which I was like, how does a kid that young read a book like that?
I mean,
it's
maybe
precocious.
It's a picture book.
Pictures.
Maybe.
Pictures
That's fair enough. I guess we didn't see the interior of it.
No, he's reading Plato's Republic. Anyway.
Yes. It's a sufficient distraction.
Because, the director goes over there to pick up the book and shout at him. It's just like, how many times have I told you not to read a book on the balcony? Next time you drop it, I'm just taking it away.
They must have done this routine before.
She's a great character design. She reminds me kind of like Ranking of Kings.
Yeah, a little bit.
But she's tall, and she's got like a big, like a spidery nest of curly hair with white streaks all through it. So cool character. But anyway, they managed to sneak past and secret him away in the rooms because we got to move scenes. It's got to be tomorrow. And tomorrow opens on them in their classroom, I guess. This is an extremely bizarre room.
Listen.
So it's very tall and narrow. And the podium is against the wide wall, and the other wide wall has desks all the way up it with like little ladders you have to climb to get all the way up.
They're a very vertical-based society. They have to be.
This is I have to say, this is like an artist like shit post. It really is. The artist was just like, we're gonna have to have a few scenes in here. Let's make this room fucked up.
What if they were just up there?
So
hey, listen, the children have to learn to climb. This is their whole job. They're orphans and they yearn for the mines.
They yearn for the mines. They yearn for the touch of whole. But yeah, they're getting their status update basically, which is just really like, hey, some of you if any of you lost equipment, I need you to talk to blank. And what else did he say?
He was just talking about how, your noble parents.
Yeah, don't disappoint your noble parents who were lost to Big Hole.
Big Hole.
And you all did pretty good considering it was your first time solo, most of you.
That's pretty much the whole
Now I'll
thing.
hand it off to the director, and the director is just like, hey, you know what's not cool? Pocketing relics. I'll fucking kill you.
And Rico's like, oh god, she's looking directly
She
at me.
knows.
Like sweat pouring down her little face.
Because Rico has apparently kept pocketed a relic called a star compass, which supposedly leads you to the truth of the abyss.
Mhm.
And Rico also apparently regularly gets in trouble because it's mentioned because the director mentions that the punishment will not stop at being strung up naked like last time.
Multiple times they reference at least one time that Rico has been quote unquote strung up naked, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And you get later on her room. No, well, we'll get to it, but her room is fucked up too. She
Her
lives in
room
the
is
old
fucked up.
torture room.
So yeah, after this scene, we're going there.
We're going to the torture
We're
room.
going to the torture zone. Because the next thing they're gonna do is just be like, hey, let's go fuck with the robot kid.
let's wake him up.
I mean, that's why we brought him back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could kill him with hammers. Are we all on the same page?
We're gonna tear this shit apart.
But yeah, they go back to Rico's room where she's keeping the robot boy, and they're just like, let's try different shit to wake him up. And we get a shot from his point of view because he's slowly opening his eyes while they're fucking around with the household electrical current. And they're just like, I thought I saw him move. All right, turn it up to 2. It's just like, maybe I'll sleep a little longer. And they're just like, wait, I think that's 20. But as they say that, they're already throwing the switch. And yeah, they just do jolt him awake with a powerful burst of electricity. And they're just like, oh shit, he's awake.
This guy,
the fucking electric chair.
He's a good dude because he only has one question, and it's not who the fuck are you and why'd you do that.
It's like, where the hell am I? Are you people torturers? Because yeah, they're really excited that he woke up, and they're just like, hey, what's your name? What are you doing? What are you? Are you a robot? Holy shit!
I'm just saying, I'd be really fucking mad if I was like, I'm gonna sleep 5 more minutes, and the next thing I knew, I got jolted with 20 volts of electricity.
I got fucking tasered. And yeah, he's just like, what are you people? Do you do torture? Is that what you do? Because he's looking around the room and there's just all these fucked up things on the walls, and they're just like, oh no, this is an old execution chamber. Rico got moved to it after causing too much trouble.
It's very funny.
Yeah, she got the haunted ass torture chamber room, and she's just like, eh.
She's like, it is what it is.
It's
so
fine.
You're a robot, right?
So you're a robot.
And he's like, what do you mean I'm a robot? Because he
just
doesn't
like,
know.
I'm a robot?
Which is very fun. A very funny reaction.
And while they're doing this, Shuggy comes back around the corner. It's just like, hey, we got a fucking problem because we knocked out power to the entire orphanage.
Oops.
And Leader is coming here to bitch you out right now. It's just like, how did he know it was us? It's just like, of course he knew it was you.
You're the one that always causes all the trouble. So good luck. And they just all fuck off.
Yeah, they pile out the window. And she's just like, oh shit. Okay, I'll throw a blanket over him.
Yeah, that'll work.
And she immediately stubs her toe on the big fucking electrical box that they just left in the floor when she goes to let Leader in. And he's just like, what is this? What did you do?
She's just
like, I stubbed my toe.
I stubbed my toe really bad. I hit it against that really weird part.
I hit it at the wrong angle, and it's really bad. And he immediately just goes and pulls the blanket off the chair. He's just like, what is this? And he's not, and the robot is not there.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, where did it go? And as she turns around to get bitched out by an adult, like you do,
as one does,
when you've done something irresponsible, like shorting out your entire building's electrical current, she sees that the robot is actually pulling himself into the rafters with an extendo arm, which is cool as hell.
Slowly disappears into the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, to have a room tall enough that the top of it disappears into complete
You know what?
darkness.
I'm gonna go out there and say it. I don't think I want my room to be like that. It's too scary.
You know,
I'll be trying to sleep and I'll be seeing things in the dark.
Magpie's moving into the torture chamber.
No, I want it. You know, it would be insufferable if I lived in that shit because I would always be up there and people would just be like, "Hey, can you come down here and do something?" I'm sorry,
like,
I can't hear you. I'm too high up. But yeah, and she gets dragged away to like clean up the orphanage to pay penance for her fucking around with the electrics.
Mm-hmm.
And the robot kid just like lowers himself down and he's just like, "Wow, my arm does that. Ow." Because he doesn't retract it very well.
Ka-chunk.
It just immediately hits him on top of the head.
He's looking in a mirror and making so many clink clonk noise. I need you to understand. It's very good.
Mm-hmm. And he's just like, what's a robot do with a belly button? And he just pulls his pants open and looks down. He's like, or that.
My penis.
Do I need one of those?
I guess only
funny.
time will tell.
What kind of idiot builds a robot you can't fuck? But anyway.
No, stop it.
But yeah, just then Rico bursts back in and is just like, I managed to get away from Leader while he was apprehending the others. And he's just like, oh shit, it would have been hell to pay if they found me. Oh, and you immediately hear Leader catch on. It's like, Rico, where the hell? Oh, damn it.
He's coming back. They need to go.
He's coming back. So he's just like, grab onto me. It's like, okay. And he just zoops out the window.
Yep, extendo arm.
With the extendo arm, which he has now mastered. And it's like, cool. And it's like, doesn't sound like things are going to cool down in there for a while, so let's go elsewhere. So they climb up to the rim of the pit, at the top where all the windmills are. And Rico's just like, we're here at almost the right time. Just like, look out. This is the city where we all live. It's called Orth, and the sun comes over and shows you the entire pit village of Orth. Cool, and he's just like, wow, that's cool. And she's like, I bet you're from the bottom of the pit. He's like, what? It's just like, I've never seen anything like you. You must be from the bottom of the pit.
Maybe.
He's just like, I don't know where I'm from. And that's the end of the episode.
I'll never tell.
She also names him after a puppy at one point.
Yeah, she named him Reg. After a dog she had. He's just like, a dog, huh?
Yep.
That's what I am to you.
And yeah, that's the end. There's pretty much no outro. There is a song, but it's not as good as the intro song.
Yeah,
I hate to break it to you, but that's the actual intro.
Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is. If you look at my anime list, I'm pretty sure it's on my anime list. The first opening is only on for episode 1, and then the second opening is for the other episodes, and it's the same as the first ending.
That makes sense. It was kind of a cold
Then I simply won't look at my anime list.
I'm pretty confident it's the future opening.
But
who knows? They have a very small clip after the credits play of like a chart of like what they've explored in the abyss, and it's so far down.
So far.
I didn't see that. Oh shit! Because it was
you gotta completely go look. It's really good art.
It was a completely black outro. That's like cheating.
No, it's and like I get it because it's only there for like a couple of frames, and they don't even say anything. I think they just give the name of the next episode. But
is it kind of like how Witch from Mercury does like splash art at the end?
I don't. Yeah, it's kind of splash arty, but it was like a chart. Art. Yeah, it looked like it reminded me.
That's what I meant. Not splash art, concept art.
It hits the same scratch in my brain as there was that like Star Wars like Beast concept book for a while there. And they had like really cool charts in that, and it like, ooh, it itches my fantasy brain real good.
Anyway, yeah. Speaking of itching the fantasy brain, what do we think of this show?
This was one of the best shows we've seen in a long time, in my opinion.
This was pretty good.
This was really good. I liked this a lot.
I really like where we're going with this.
Yes.
It also has like a really like strong visual identity right out the gate.
Yes, yes.
Which I think is very interesting. And apparently it gets quite dark later, which is surprising for such squish faces.
Yeah, if you look at my anime list, because again, I was looking at my anime list after I watched the first episode, it says themes, gore.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, somebody's getting gored.
When Nat wasn't in the main character list, I was like, oh, this fucker's gonna die in the first episode. He didn't.
It didn't happen to him. But he's on fucking notice, ain't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Thin fucking ice. It is fucked up that like this is the society that like they send their children to the horrifying abyss pit, especially if you're an orphan.
Well, this first episode,
like, is it like? Do you think it's optional for them, or?
I think it's probably like to a degree optional, but I suspect that all of these kids are orphans because their parents were divers.
Yes, I get that.
And they're just following in the family tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary, like.
Well, yeah.
But
what are we not prepared to sacrifice for Big Hole?
Big Hole,
right? Throw yourself into Hole.
I,
we gotta
for
know
one,
what's in this
support
hole.
my local hole economy.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people just like strap on a parachute and just like fly down there forever.
You probably won't get very far before you're eaten by a split jaw or whatever.
Yeah, by a crimson split jaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fauna seem aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have to say my favorite part of this is just like the scenery art.
This absolutely.
Because it looks great. It looks
Seeing
like
things.
It looks like Iceland, and it looks like those fucking crazy pillar mountains in China.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Actually, I think there's also like urban legends of a giant hole somewhere that like people don't know what's at the bottom of it. Actually, there might be a couple of them like that. That's like
Mel's Hole comes to mind.
Yeah,
this is like the that article that everybody keeps seeing once every 6 months. There's just be like Ford jungle found at bottom of Big Hole.
Yes.
with like a shitty thumbnail and a giant red circle and an arrow.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
yes. You know.
Hole found.
Just like, yes, we've seen the jungle at the bottom of the Big Hole, all right? It was cool the first time.
Yeah.
Now shut up.
Me waiting for the next Fortnite map update.
My other favorite thing about this is that there's no reason for them to be at Big Hole other than that it's there.
Yeah, they didn't humanity didn't have to go there. It seems like because they had a little blurb at the end that was like 1900 years ago, the Big Hole was found.
Yeah, the Big Hole was discovered, and there's just a whole civilization on the rim of it dedicated to seeing what's in Big Hole.
Yeah, so like they could be living anywhere else on Earth. I don't know, maybe, unless the rest of Earth is just fucked up now.
I'm looking at this map, and it's pretty metal.
It's pretty cool, right?
Good. Well, I'm seeing labels for the names that it's just like 5th layer, Sea of Corpses.
Oh, God.
I didn't even catch that.
Is this some Dante's Inferno shit?
Maybe. Probably not, but
is this secretly an allegory for...
Who knows? So yeah, I want to watch more of this.
Yeah, I'm on board.
This episode felt like it went by so fast. And I was like, what do you mean it's over already? I want to know more.
I want to know more about Big Hole.
Please tell me about the Big Hole.
And the people of Big Hole.
Yeah. We must learn about Hole. We must explore Hole.
So yeah, I'm on board. JoJo is. What about the rest of you?
I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll watch it anymore because I feel like I'm all full up on anime right now.
Maybe you'll put it on your list for potential.
I'll put my initial on it on the spreadsheet so that I remember for later.
So we all know that it's like good.
Put it behind Odd Taxi or something.
Yeah.
It's definitely entering my queue. I don't think it's going to be at the top of the list, but if like once I get through some more like pressing things, I will probably get to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put this behind Ranking of Kings on my list.
Right.
Which actually I could talk about Ranking of Kings for like another episode, but
it feels like this is the first one in a while we've all given the hearty thumbs up to.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's got a 4 check mark.
It's rare.
4 thumbs up.
So
four podcasters recommend.
So if you'd like to give it more thumbs up, you can do that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is the word, not the number. If you want to,
tell us cool hole exploring stories.
Don't talk about hole on Twitter. But you can tweet us. We are at oneepisodecast.
You can talk about hole on Twitter.
You can talk about. You're allowed to talk about hole.
You're just not allowed to threaten to kill anybody. That's the only rule.
Yeah, give it a couple days. I'm sure that'll be gone too.
Lame. Anyway,
we gotta get out of here. Let's escape.
What them thumbs do though?
Into this abyss.
So yeah, see you guys at the bottom of the hole.